If you're watching this at 2 a.m. because you can't sleep, you're not alone. About 50% of older adults struggle with sleep. But here's what most people don't know. What you eat during the day, and especially in the evening, can be the difference between tossing and turning all night and waking up actually refreshed. I'm going to share 7 foods that science has proven help you fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply. And the best part? You probably already have most of these in your kitchen. Now, before we dive in, let me explain why food affects sleep so dramatically, especially as we get older. Your body produces a hormone called melatonin that tells your brain it's time to sleep. After age 50, our natural melatonin production drops significantly. That's part of why you might sleep great in your 20s and 30s, but suddenly struggle in your 50s, 60s, and beyond. The good news? Certain foods contain nutrients that either contain melatonin naturally or help your body produce more of it. Other foods contain minerals like magnesium that relax your muscles and calm your nervous system. So let's talk about the 7 foods that can genuinely transform your sleep, starting with one that might surprise you. Number 1 is Tart Cherry Juice. And I'm talking about the real stuff, not cherry-flavored juice drinks. Here's why this works. Tart cherries are one of the only natural food sources of melatonin. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that drinking tart cherry juice twice daily increased sleep time by an average of 84 minutes. 84 minutes. That's an extra hour and a half of sleep. How to use it? Drink 1 cup of 100% tart cherry juice about an hour before bed. You can also have a small glass in the morning. The study participants drank it twice a day and got the best results. Important note, it needs to be tart cherry juice, specifically Montmorency cherries. Sweet cherry juice doesn't have the same effect. And watch for added sugar. Get 100% juice with no sugar added. If you don't like the taste, it is tart. You can dilute it with water or mix it with chamomile tea, which brings me to number 2. Food number 2, chamomile tea. Chamomile tea has been used for sleep for literally thousands of years, and modern science backs it up. Chamomile contains an antioxidant called apigenin that binds to specific receptors in your brain, the same receptors that anti-anxiety medications target. This triggers a calming effect and helps you feel drowsy. A study in the Journal of Advanced Nursing found that new mothers who drank chamomile tea for 2 weeks had significantly better sleep quality and fewer symptoms of depression. How to use it? Brew a cup of chamomile tea 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Let it steep for at least 5 minutes to get the full benefit. The longer you steep it, the more apigenin is released. Pro tip for seniors. If you're on blood thinners like warfarin, talk to your doctor first. Chamomile can interact with some medications, but for most people, it's completely safe and incredibly effective. And here's a bonus. Unlike sleeping pills, chamomile tea won't leave you groggy in the morning. You'll wake up feeling clear-headed. Food number 3, kiwi. This one shocked me when I first read the research. Kiwi fruit. A study from Taiwan had people eat 2 kiwis 1 hour before bed for 4 weeks. The results? They fell asleep 35% faster, slept 13% longer, and their sleep quality improved by 42%. Why does it work? Kiwis are packed with serotonin, a brain chemical that regulates your sleep cycle. They're also loaded with antioxidants and vitamin C, which may reduce inflammation that interferes with sleep. How to use it? Eat 2 medium kiwis about an hour before bed. You can eat them with the skin on if you wash them well. The skin has even more fiber. Or just scoop out the flesh with a spoon. Real talk. Some people worry about eating fruit before bed because of the sugar. Here's the thing. 2 kiwis have about 18 grams of natural sugar. That's less than a glass of milk. And because of all the fiber, your blood sugar won't spike. The sleep benefits far outweigh any concerns about sugar. This is one of my personal favorites because it's also great for digestion, which can be an issue that keeps us up at night. Number 4, fatty fish like salmon, tuna, and mackerel. You've probably heard that fish is good for your heart, but here's what's less known. Fatty fish might be the single best food for sleep quality. A study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that people who ate salmon 3 times a week for 6 months fell asleep about 10 minutes faster and had measurably better sleep quality. Why? Two reasons. First, fatty fish is one of the best sources of vitamin D. Low vitamin D levels are strongly linked to poor sleep, and about 40% of adults over 50 are deficient in vitamin D. Second, these fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which increase serotonin production, the same sleep-regulating hormone we talked about with kiwis. How to use it? Try to eat fatty fish 2 to 3 times a week. For dinner, have a 3 to 4 ounce portion of salmon, trout, or mackerel. If you're not a fish person, you can get similar benefits from fish oil supplements, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams daily. Timing tip: eat your fish for dinner, not right before bed. You want to give your body time to digest and absorb those nutrients. Food number 5. Almonds. Almonds are a powerhouse for sleep, and here's why. They're one of the best sources of magnesium. Magnesium is crucial for sleep because it helps regulate your body's stress response system. When you're magnesium deficient, which many older adults are, your body produces more stress hormones, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Research published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that magnesium supplementation improved sleep quality, sleep time, and reduced the time it took to fall asleep in older adults with insomnia. 1 ounce of almonds, that's about 23 almonds, gives you 76 milligrams of magnesium, which is about 20% of your daily needs. How to use it? Eat a small handful of almonds, about 1 ounce, as an evening snack, ideally 1 to 2 hours before bed. You can also spread almond butter on a piece of whole grain toast. Important note: don't eat a huge portion. Too much fat right before bed can cause acid reflux, which will definitely keep you awake. A small handful is perfect. And here's something many people don't know. The skin of the almond contains most of the nutrients, so don't buy blanched almonds. Get them with the skins on. Food number 6, turkey. You've heard about the Thanksgiving turkey coma, right? There's actually science behind it. Turkey is rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that your body converts into serotonin, which then converts into melatonin. It's like a sleep hormone assembly line. But here's the truth. Turkey isn't magic. Chicken and other poultry have similar amounts of tryptophan. What makes turkey special is that people tend to eat it with carbohydrates, like at Thanksgiving with stuffing, potatoes, and bread. And that combination is key. The science: carbohydrates help tryptophan cross the blood-brain barrier more effectively. So when you eat turkey with a carb, you get better results than turkey alone. How to use it? For dinner, have 3 to 4 ounces of turkey or chicken paired with a complex carbohydrate like brown rice, quinoa, or sweet potato. This combination will start the melatonin production process 2 to 3 hours before bed. Portion control. Don't overeat. A huge dinner will make you uncomfortable and can cause indigestion. A moderate portion of protein and carbs is ideal. Food number 7, whole grains. Last but not least, whole grains like oats, barley, and whole wheat. Whole grains have 2 sleep benefits. First, they're complex carbohydrates that increase the availability of tryptophan in your brain, that same amino acid we just talked about with turkey. Second, they help regulate blood sugar throughout the night. If your blood sugar drops too low while you're sleeping, your body releases stress hormones that wake you up. Whole grains prevent those middle-of-the-night wake-ups. How to use it? Include whole grains at dinner: brown rice, quinoa, whole grain pasta, or even a slice of whole grain toast. Or try this: eat a small bowl of oatmeal an hour before bed. Add some almonds and a drizzle of honey. You're combining 3 sleep-promoting foods in one bowl. Avoid this mistake. Don't eat refined grains like white bread or white rice. These cause blood sugar spikes and crashes that will disrupt your sleep. Stick with whole grains. You should see whole grain or whole wheat as the first ingredient on the label. Bonus tips. All right, before we wrap up, let me give you 3 quick bonus tips that will multiply the effects of these foods. Bonus tip number 1, timing matters. Stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed. Your body needs time to digest. The one exception is small snacks like almonds or kiwi, which can be eaten closer to bedtime. Bonus tip number 2, Avoid these sleep disruptors. Even if you eat all 7 of these foods, you'll cancel out the benefits if you're drinking caffeine after 2 p.m., alcohol in the evening, or eating heavy, spicy, or fatty meals at night. Caffeine stays in your system for 6 to 8 hours. Alcohol might make you drowsy initially, but it ruins your deep sleep later in the night. Bonus tip number 3, consistency is key. Don't expect magic after one night. These foods work best when you eat them regularly. Make them part of your daily routine for at least 2 to 3 weeks, and you'll start to see real improvements. And one more thing, stay hydrated during the day, but limit fluids 2 hours before bed so you're not waking up multiple times to use the bathroom. Practical meal plan. Let me show you what a perfect sleep-supporting day looks like. Breakfast, oatmeal with almonds and berries. Lunch, salad with grilled chicken. Afternoon, snack a handful of almonds. Dinner, 3 hours before bed, grilled salmon with brown rice and steamed vegetables. Evening snack 1 hour before bed. 2 kiwis and a cup of chamomile tea, or a small glass of tart cherry juice. You don't have to eat all 7 foods every single day, but if you can incorporate 3 to 4 of them regularly, you'll notice a difference. And remember, these aren't sleeping pills. They're tools that support your body's natural sleep process. Combined with good sleep hygiene, dark room, cool temperature, no screens before bed, these foods can genuinely transform your nights. If you found this helpful, do me a favor and like this video so more people struggling with sleep can find it. And let me know in the comments. Which of these 7 foods are you going to try tonight? I'm curious what works best for you. Sleep is everything. It affects your energy, your mood, your memory, your health, everything. So don't accept sleepless nights as just part of getting older. You deserve good sleep, and these foods can help you get it. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, sleep well.